Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for episode 16 of Ninjago Face Off. This episode will be a bit different. We're gonna imagine that Oni Lloyd is physically fighting Oceania and decide who would win. I picked these two characters because this was a scrapped Crystalized concept. In this idea, Lloyd defeated the Overlord, but fell victim to his Oni side, and everyone else had to save him. If this matchup did occur, who would win? Let's discuss Oni Lloyd first. Unfortunately, his Oni form was barely in the show. We saw probably a grand total of 30 seconds. But we still have a basic idea of his powers. Like other Oni, Lloyd was able to use the element of destruction, which has been established as one of the most powerful elements. This element seems to override the Overlord's powers, as well as Vegstone. We see Garbodon easily able to destroy many Vegstone warriors in Crystalized. Crystalized also established that Oni Lloyd could have defeated the Overlord. We'll never really know if this was really possible, because the season took a different route instead. But from those 30 seconds, it seems like Lloyd's attacks were doing some damage for sure. I feel like if Oni Lloyd continued, he definitely could have defeated the Overlord. But he has some weaknesses as well. It seems like Oni form is very susceptible to emotion. The reason Lloyd stopped using Oni form is because I guess he gets overwhelmed or stressed, so then he goes back to normal. Similarly in Season 10, in the finale, Garbodon also loses his focus against Omega, and so he too goes back to normal. So I feel like Oni Lloyd is very powerful. Probably not one of the most powerful characters in the show ever. He definitely has some vulnerabilities, but I feel like he could stand a chance against the Overlord, and maybe even defeat him. But could he defeat Oceania? First off, in our ocean state, Nia can't really die. It seemed like in the Season 14 finale, there were several times where she got vaporized, but she just kept coming back. When tied to the ocean, Nia is effectively immortal. For example, Niad lived thousands of years in the sea. Oceania can also shapeshift. In Seabound Crystalized, she took on the form of a water dragon, which allowed her to fly. She can also move at extremely fast speeds, which we saw she was about to defeat Wojira. The weakness, however, would be that her element is not as powerful compared to Lloyd. Even if she's tied to the sea, water would definitely be strong, but probably not stronger than destruction. We also saw Crystalized that Nia has to remain close to the sea, or she loses her form. That's why Zayd had to freeze Nia in the early Crystalized episodes, so she wouldn't dissolve. If this fight took place in the desert, Nia would probably lose. But we're gonna assume this fight takes place in the Crystalized finale in Ninjago City. In this alternate universe where Lloyd doesn't break his Oni form, and Nia is still the sea. Here's how this fight would play out. Initially, Lloyd would have the upper hand. With his destruction, he could probably destroy Nia a few times. But that's no matter for Nia since she could come back. I also feel like since Ninjago City is near the sea, Nia could generate a storm or some kind of raid to keep her form sustained. From there, these characters would be locked in battle for a while. Yeah, they have different strengths and weaknesses, but they're pretty evenly matched. But Nia is much more agile than Lloyd. She could shapeshift, she could fly in her dragon form. Eventually it would all just overwhelm Lloyd. He has destruction, which is very strong, but I don't know if he could persist as long as Nia could. And so that's why this win goes to Oceania. She would defeat Lloyd and revert him back to his human form. This concept would have been really cool to see play out. It's definitely not my ideal version of a finale, but honestly, better than what actually happened. And thank you so much for today's video idea. If you guys have face-off ideas of your own, please leave them below and you'll be credited in the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Let me know who you guys think would win between Oceania and Oni Lloyd, and I'll see you guys next time.